Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Velkommen til episode 3 av Drammen Moske podcast.
Ja,
Så hva er temaet i dag, Mamun?
dagens tema i dag er hva skal jeg, rusmidler, alkohol, vape, røyk, sånne ting.
Ja.
Og da, før vi starter må jo dere alle subscribe, abonnere, like.
Abonnere, like. Vi har flere sosiale medier, som Drammen Moske Facebook, TikTok også, Drammen Moske TikTok. Og så, sorry for i går.
Det var litt sånn technical
Ja.
difficulties,
Så
men vi kjører.
i dag kommer vi. Så Mon, hva er vape og alkohol og sånt? Hva er rusmidler?
Rusmidler?
Ja.
Jeg er ikke så god på sånne ting, men det er ikke noe bra. Det er ikke addiksjon, sånn noe,
Ja.
skjønner du? Så
Sånn-
hva er det? Hva synes du?
Rusmidler er sånn det er noe du tar for å få deg avhengig og sånt.
Ja, det er
Som du må ta hele tida, akkurat som snus og sånt.
toxic og sånn, toxic greier.
Ja.
Har du hatt encounter?
Hæ?
Har du hatt encounter? Har du sett det liksom?
Ja, jeg har sett det.
Røyk liksom, det
Jeg har sett det og hørt det på sosiale medier og sånt.
Ja.
Det er veldig enkelt i dagens barn, liksom. De kan veldig enkelt finne ut om alt det der. Hva synes du om det? Liksom, hvor farlig er liksom sosiale medier? Liksom, det er fordeler, og så er det ulemper.
Alt er fordeler og ulemper.
Men hvorfor tror du de fortsatt har sosiale medier? Fordi liksom, ja, det er ulemper. Det er mer ulemper enn fordeler. Fordelen er du kan ringe og sånt, men hvorfor er de?
Hvorfor har man sosiale medier?
Ja,
Jeg vet ikke, for å kontakte
Blackmail.
world.
ja, ikke sant?
Black
Men liksom, vi har, hva heter det, alkohol og sånt i miljøet vårt i Norge, som vi kan få enkelt. Vi går til butikkene, ser alkohol og sånt. Du kan kjøpe snus, men det er under 18. Så i dag har vi med
Over 18.
over 18. I dag har vi med vår lad, Karsab Mohammed Aveh, som skal fortelle oss litt mer om islamsk, liksom hvordan alkohol, snus, rusmidler har islam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. First of all, I will thank all of you, especially Subhan, Mamun, and back of the camera, Mr. Marajuddin, that you have taken a good initiative and you have a great responsibility on behalf of Mosque to reach out the people and convey a good message of Sharia and Islam. Today we are talking about alcohol, and the word alcohol in Arabic, that is khamar, and khamar mean that covers your wisdom, your logics, and all your senses. So that's why everything is covered by the alcohol, and a man cannot understand what he is talking about. He cannot control himself that what he is doing right now. So everything that commits under having the khamar, so that's why Sharia has forbidden alcohol. So Allah has mentioned the word of khamar 7 times in the Quran. And it was a gradual process when Allah has revealed these 7 verses time to time, and then a time came that there were any person using alcohol in the age of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is the meaning of the khamar and alcohol.
Ja, så ja, hammer. Det nytt ord, ikke sant? Men Karsa, jeg vil spørre, liksom, er det noen profeter som drakk hammer, liksom?
No, it is very much important to know that why Islam is forbidding this type of things. And it is very much important to mention here that it is not only the khamar. Everything that can cover your wisdom, your senses, that is forbidden. And especially this is very much common in the society, and this liquid have been made by the men. So that's why it is very much common to discuss, to use, and to know. So everything that relates to this type of thing, just like snooze, just like addiction of any toxic element, heroin, ice, and many of the things which are related to some liquid material. You know that many of the people, they are addicted to have some injection. and they inject some of the toxic element in the body, and then they feel relief. So all these types of things are haram. So when we talk about the cigarettes and smoking and sort of shisha, these are all things which can harm your body. Might be some are very much rapid to harm and some are gradual to harm, but on the both way, because it is harmful for the body, so that's why Allah has forbidden this alcohol for the mankind. And especially that when we go for ibadah, when we go for prayer, so when you don't have any idea that what you are talking about and what you are doing, so specifically Allah has revealed an ayah, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la taqrabus salata wa antum sukara, so that when you are under the intoxic element, then you don't need to go to the ibadah, especially prayers. So this is also said Ummul Khabais. Ummul Khabais means this is the mother of all problems. This is the mother of all evils. So that's why Allah has forbidden this khamar.
Så faktisk, det er ikke egentlig selveste, men hva som er inni hva kan gjøre med hjernen din. Innholdet, hva som, så det er, hva som, om du, det er fordi wisdom er tramet, men du vet hva du gjør.
Ja.
Det er som greier.
Du blir full.
Ja, man vet hva man gjør.
Ja.
Og så, hva mer var det igjen? Ja, du kan si jeg glemte det.
Ja. Og så, ja, viskarsa liksom vin. Er det ikke sånn der at vin er mention in Bibelen, men hvis man har vin uten alkohol, er det lov å drikke det?
Nei, this is both are related to same kind. So if there is a wine, if there is alcohol, if there is vodka, if there is a whiskey, these are the names. Many of the brands are in this type of business, just like red label, blue label, and sort of. So all that things, whatever the principle has announced, the Islam and Sharia, that covers your senses, covers your wisdom, and you are unable to know that what's going on with you or what you are going with some other people. So it is the same thing if there is wine, if there is any other material. So when it covers to your senses, this is haram.
Så det er ikke bare alkohol som er haram, det er liksom alt
Utenfor
relatert til det.
Det er bare om du ikke vet hva du gjør.
Om du vet ikke. Det er liksom, så, Karsa, hva mener du? Avhengighet, liksom.
Yes, this is very much important that if you depend something means that it does not mean that you are addicted with the alcohol and toxic element. Islam also forbids the addiction. Some people are found to have good food, and the word is used in English, obesity. Obesity means overeating. Some people are addicted, and you know that a specific amount is required for the sake of your body and for the stomach. And if you have a certain amount of the food in your stomach, then he can process well. Otherwise, rest of the amount that will go in a waste way. And definitely it has an effect because that is in your body. So stomach will not be able to digest everything whatever you have eaten. So whatever the requirement is, that will take the stomach, and rest of the thing will make a trouble for you. So it is also important that many of the people, they are addicted to have a sleep more. Just like our body requirement is only 7 to 8 hours. But you know, people can sleep more than 16, 18 hours. So addiction of this thing, that is also harmful, and Islam does not allow to go. Because when you will oversleep, definitely you will waste your prayers. Definitely you will waste your work. That is wasteful for your character, because you are not performing whatever the character is given to you. Just like you are given character as a student, you are given character as a lawyer, as an engineer, as a doctor, and many of the things. So when you go in this way, this is haram. So it does not mean that there should be a toxic element, wine, vodka, whiskey, and sort of other sort of addiction that is might be known as a halal, but it is not halal.
Så ja.
Å spise masse er ikke
Spise
bra.
masse er ikke bra, sove masse og sånt.
Ja, det er, å spise her masse er haram.
Men når vi kommer til addiction, så liksom snus, hvis du bruker det første gang, og du klarer å ikke bli avhengig, hva er det som gjør det da haram?
Yes, this is important that sometime people say that we not addicted and we have snooze and we have other material, but our wisdom and our senses are alert. It does not mean that this is halal for them. There is any thing which is basic to forbid anything, that is commandment, that is hukam. When there is commandment by Allah that it is haram, it does not mean that if it covers your senses then it is haram. Commandment is the necessary thing. When commandment is there, now it is haram. And I would also quote an example here that if you have a bucket of milk, full of milk, that is halal.
Yes.
Definitely if there is one drop of urine in it, and you have seen that somebody has mixed urine or any other thing that is najas,
Yes.
and they have mixed it, what do you think that you will say that it is a short quantity and we should take the milk? Definitely you will not like it. Same like that, the amount of alcohol and haram things, whether that is very much little, that is haram. So it doesn't mean that the alcohol and the other toxic element does not affect you and then you can use it. No, this is not like that. And here it is not possible, and I have not seen in Norway, but you know in Pakistan and India, people used to have pan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And pan has a lot of kinds.
Yeah.
And it will be amazing for you that more than 60-70,000 of types are tobacco that is used in the pan.
Yeah.
And when you use that pan, that is also a toxic element and that is also covers, but the people are very much addicted and they have pan in their mouth and they can drive and they can deal with the people. It doesn't mean that it is halal for them. So if there is a commandment is the most basic element. So when commandment is there, it means now it is haram.
Ja, jeg har alltid hørt mange, sikkert mange som sier ja, det var en gang det er ikke farlig, det er ikke haram. Men svaret er her. Selv om du tar det en gang,
Så
1%,
er det farlig.
0,1%.
Ja.
Haram.
Haram. Fordi liksom, du må høre på det Allah sier. Liksom,
Det er ikke bra
ja,
for deg,
liksom
det er grunn, det er ikke grunn.
for eksempel hvis læreren din sier du ikke skal gjøre det, gjør du det?
Jeg vet ikke. Det er ikke.
Nei, ikke sant? Du
Nei,
gjør
jeg
ikke.
gjør
Også når Allah sier det, da er det enda mer du må høre på.
Ja, for det er en
Så-
grunn der, det er alltid en grunn.
Ja, men Kasa tok opp tobakko. Inneholder, hva er det som gjør at tobakko blir haram? Fordi tobakko er i røyk og snus også. Også i noen ganger elektriske sigaretter også.
Yeah, definitely tobacco is also harmful for your inner system. And if does not affect immediately, but gradually it can create many of the things. Just like I will quote an example that if you go to buy a cigarette pack, when you take the cigarette pack, there is a photo. And you can see that photo, that picture that they have shown that somebody has cancer in the lips. And sometimes they have shown your lung situation. Sometimes they have shown any other part of your body. So that's why it affects upon your body. Might be it not totally ruin that particular part of body, but definitely it affects your system. So Allah also says in Quran Pak, وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. It means that don't fall yourself in deadliest thing. It means that everything that is harmful, you should avoid of that. So if someone says that tobacco is not so much fatal and so much harmful for the body, so that's why, and many of the people they use it. There is no any principle that many of the people they are using and it's halal. Because when you say that it's a haram work, they say, oh, you don't know that in Pakistan, thousands of the people, they are selling pan, they are eating tobacco and they are using cigarettes. How do you can say that this is haram? This is not the principle. If many of the people, they do something haram, it does not mean now we have we have permission to do that haram thing. So this is not the principle. Principle is only the commandments of Allah.
Så det Kajsa prøvde å si var at det bare liksom hvis en annen person gjør guna, du skal ikke også bli med og gjøre guna.
Du skal si det for å hjelpe han.
Ja, liksom, akkurat som eksempel du har hørt mange ganger. Hvis en venn av deg hopper ned fra en blokk, hadde du også hoppet ned?
Nei, men.
Hadde du?
Nei.
Ikke sant? Det er akkurat det.
Så, spørsmål. Hva syns du da? Hva syns du om at, la oss si land som Norge er bedre, ikke bedre, jeg tror det er Pakistan, la oss si Pakistan, muslimsk Pakistan. Manerer, hvem tror er bedre på det?
Yes, it is a very much good point that you are raising right now. That here is a law that nobody under 18 cannot buy the cigarette. Nobody under 18 that cannot take the alcohol material. So this is also very much supportive for the society that alcohol and any related to alcohol material that is under the system of the government. So all these boutiques and shops are selling alcohol and such sort of material that is under control of the state. It should also be under the control of state in all over the Muslim world. But unfortunately, especially we shall discuss about Pakistan, that there is no any control. And you know that people have permission being a non-Muslim and they are permitted to purchase alcohol and alcoholic material. And same like that, people have connection with those non-Muslim guys and they take alcoholic material on their permission. And other people, they are Muslim, they are using it. So insofar as the Norwegian society is concerned, I feel that there is a good law that under 18 nobody can take this type of material, whether that is a cigarette or alcoholic material. This is good.
Ja. Så nå som vi snakker om Pakistan, liksom, har du noen gang vært der og sett folk ta hookah og sånt?
Har jeg sett? Det var lenge siden jeg var i Pakistan da. Men det er ikke det samme som Norge, det er det ikke. Fordi det er mer rot over hele gata. Det er det mer, kanskje litt der oppe her da. Men ikke så mye som der nede, ikke der nede. I Pakistan, der du har sett sikkert masse rot over der, kaste. Hva synes du om det også, Leon? Det
er liksom dårlig, fordi liksom vi er islamsk molk, vi er kjent for å være bra folk, og så det ødelegger riktig. Men kanskje jeg skal spørre, hookah, liksom, hvor kom det fra, og hva er det liksom?
Actually, in rural areas, people are very much fond of hookah. Hookah is something a lighter thing, and they have made themselves because they can grow, they can cultivate this type of material, and tobacco is cultivated over there. So they can make their own resources. So that is very much common. But I have just told you that being a common, it does not mean that is halal. And you know that people have hookah, and right now in the cities, especially in urban areas of Pakistan, there is the addiction of shisha, you know. There are many clubs and youth go to those clubs and they have a shisha of the many flavor. And this is another addiction. So when they go for club for shisha, they are not harming their body, as well as they are wasting their time, as well as they are wasting their money. So all these things which going to waste, your capabilities are going waste, your time is going waste, and your money. And when you get together in such a circumstance and such an environment, then you think about some of the devilly things. Devil means, it is also mentioned in Proverbs of English, that devil's empty mind is devil's workshop.
Yes.
When you are get together and you don't think anything good, you think about something bad. So it is harmful for your thinking process, for your body process, for your money, and wastage of time. So it should not be like that.
Så hvis vi tar det vekk fra alkohol og rusmidler, som Kassa sa, wasting time, liksom sløse bort tid. Har, sløse bort tid effekt i alt? Liksom, hvis jeg sløser bort tid i spill, hvor mye kan jeg spille da?
Yes, it is very much important that many of the things which we say and we think that this is halal, but that is haram. Just like we go for some of the playing of video games and many of the other games, that is also a wastage of time. Definitely, your body, your mind need some of the activities which can sharpen your mind, but it does not mean that you leave up all the things and all the activities and you just go for the playing of some of the games. And so many of the games with the name, Islam has forbidden them. Just like these leaves, you know that what do you say when you say play patta or tash?
Gambling.
Yeah. So tash is also haram because when you go for tash, there is a lot of wastage of time, and then there's a betting involved. And you know, betting goes for ultimately for the gambling, and gambling definitely go for the waste of your money. So these are the minor things when we discuss it, but on the whole, it has a large impact on the individual and on the society. So we should keep away from all these activities. Just like it starts from the video game, but it takes your lot of time for good things which you are not doing at that particular time. So I have seen many of the young guys like you, they are playing all the day the games. They don't care about the sayings of the parents, they don't care about the homework, they don't care about the prayer. So these are very much obnoxious thing that Islam has forbidden.
Ja, så wasting time er også haram.
La oss si Men la oss si man bruker gamekredit. La oss bare spille spill. Nå har han lest noe bra, så er det fortsatt.
Yes, it can be a good activity if you play a game for the sake of game. It is not any addiction. If I say that you will not play the games for the period of 1 week, you say that it's okay, I don't have any addiction. So this is good thing. And when you care up your homework, your obedience of your parents and your prayers and Quranic education, then it is good. Then you have a specific time for sake of some games. This is good.
Ja, og så når jeg kommer tilbake til temaet vårt, så nylig i dag har vi kommet opp med, Kina har kommet med en ny invention som heter vape. Så det
Hva er det? Har du engang sett et bilde?
Jeg har sett.
Så hvordan ligner det?
Det er som det ligner på røyk, men det er lagd av plastikk. Ja, det ligner faktisk på en penn. Ja, sånn, det ligner på sånn. Men fordi vape generelt, er det haram? Fordi du sløser bort penger og sløser bort tid, eller på grunn av innholdet som nikotin og nikotin, ja?
Yes, when you talk about some of the toxic element, definitely they have some of the material that is harmful for your body. Nicotine is also a specific quantity for the body is fatal. So if that is taken by the liquid form, that is also forbidden. If you are taking that particular amount of nicotine by the smoking, that is also haram. So everything that harms your body and it definitely goes gradually to a big sickness, so it is haram. So it doesn't mean that any specific source is halal. When you will get that toxic element by any source, just like I have given an example of obesity. Obesity means overeating. When you have a lot of food in your stomach that cannot be digestible for the stomach, that is also haram. And I would say a little incident that in the reign of Hazrat Umar Farooq Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, he used to go to the bazaar every time to just see that what the system is and everything is fine or not. So it is mentioned in the books of history that he was passing through a bazaar and there was a fat man moving there.
Yes.
And Hazrat Umar Farooq Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu had his stick in his hand and he has beaten. And the fat man that was astonished and he said that who is this? And he said that is Amirul Mu'mineen. He said that what I have done, why you have beaten me with the stick? And Umar Farooq Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu said that you are the fat man, eat little, why you are so fat? So this is the system of Islam, that if you don't have exercise and if you have a lot of food in your usage and that is harmful for your body, Islam doesn't allow you.
Yes.
Så jeg tror alt går under selvharm.
Ja.
Det er haram.
Selvfarm, ja.
Ja, så hva som helst. La oss si, hva som helst da. Selvfarm. Og har du noen spørsmål?
Ja.
Self-harm, what do you say in...
Selvfarm, selvskade.
Selvskade.
Mean to harm yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So harmless of any type, just like that is from the food, whether that is halal, and I will mention an example here that there is a lot of usage of social media, and people used to make some of the videos for social media just like TikTok.
Yes.
And they are overspeeding, and they are standing upon a railway line. They are standing upon a high bridge. So these are all things which are haram, because Allah says, "Wala tulqu bi aydikum ila tahluka." Don't put yourself in the deadliest thing. And it will be important for you that almost 8-9 years ago, from Saudi, there is a panel of muftis. They have decided that if the person will go overspeed and he's died, that will be considered suicide. And same like that, people are addicted of some alcoholic material and sort of toxic element, and if they have died, they will be considered suicide. So to harm yourself, it is forbidden.
Okay, så til og med når du ikke skader deg selv, men du er i skadelig situasjon, det er haram.
Yes, but if there is anything that is uncontrollable for you, and that can be some sort of incident, or you can say that some sort of accident, that is by the fate, and we have iman wal qadri khayrihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala. So this is another thing. But if you commit yourself and you know that if I will miss anything for a second, for a moment, I can go in a severe problem, or might be I can die. So this is suicide. So it is not permitted in Islam, and you should avoid of that. And you know that the person who is commit suicide, that will never be able to go to the paradise. Allah says that he will be burned in Jahannam for good, for sake of in future. And you know that this type of life can end it. But in the Akhirah, there is not ending. So it will be in the same position whatever he has committed the suicide.
Så som Kassa sa, suicide er haram. Og i Saudi-Arabia, så liksom hvis du kjører for fort, så er det haram. Da teller det som suicide. For liksom, du vet kjør hva reglene er, men du følger ikke de. Så liksom, ja, du drikker, og da, du vet hvis du drikker mer, da dør du, så liksom da kalles det suicide.
La oss si, du kjører veldig fort, men ingenting skjer til deg. Hva er det?
Yes, haste makes waste. You know that this is also a proverb in English. It means the haste work is the work of devil. So a person that believes in Islam, he should have all the things in control. And you should make your activities with the planning. You should do everything with your planning, and you should not go for anything for the haste. Haste means that you don't have anything in the plan, and because of lack of time, now you are doing something wrong. Just like I have given example of shoot riding, and you are going overspeed. It is also haram. And if you are dying in a position, you are suicidal. And this is also not only the sin, this is the criminality as well. Because if on the road there is only the 40 kilometer speed is adjustable and allowed, and you are going 80 plus, definitely it's a criminality.
Yes.
So in this way we have to care up all those things, sins and criminals.
Så la oss komme litt tilbake til temaet. Vi spør spørsmål vi ikke vet selv, så derfor har vi med Kartsav i dag. Og så nest siste spørsmål er, hvis du ikke har nikotin i vapesene dine, er det da fortsatt haram? Fordi du sløser bort penger og sånt, eller?
Yes, from many sides it will be haram, and right now we are talking about the nicotine. And you know that in these sort of materials, there is not any nicotine material that is harmful. Many of the other things which are haram, and we don't know about that. And definitely, it's also waste of your money. That is also waste. And you know that if it is not harmful, why state has given you a specific place for smoking? Because if somebody is not smoking,
Yes.
definitely when he will inhale this sort of flame and this sort of smoke, it is harmful for him. So definitely little amount of thing, if it has not any specific amount of the nicotine, definitely many of the other things which we cannot, being a medical student, discuss here.
Yeah.
That is something matters. So wastage of time, wastage of money, and everything that can harm your body, not now, but in the long run, that is harm.
Har du noe mer spørsmål?
Spørsmål?
Ja.
Ja, ting å si.
Spør.
Spørsmål, la oss si noe som er unødvendig som... Hva er unødvendig, synes du? Noe unødvendig. Hva er det ting? Første ting. Unødvendig.
Unødvendig. Alt er unødvendig, egentlig.
Alt?
Ja.
Alt er unødvendig?
Hvis du tenker liksom, tenk Hazrat Umar, Halifa, også han brukte 2 klær i hele vinteren. Han hadde, og vi bruker sånn, vi har 20 klær i en skap.
Ja.
Så,
Er det vits å kjøpe for mye? Er det sånn wasting money når du har allerede for mye?
Yes, Islam gives you instruction for some limited things. Just like he has also, Usman has quoted the example of the Hazrat Umar Farooq, that he always used to have only 2 cloths all the life, and specifically after having the caliphate. So Islam says that all your resources for you are using, you are answerable for that. So if you have a good dress, good dressing is not a bad thing. You know that many of the Sahaba, they used to have good dressing. Hazrat Usman Ghani Razillah Ta'ala anhu, he was a very rich person, and he used to have good clothes. Definitely it is allowed. But the thing is that why we are making a lot of dresses? If our need has become finished and we have a sufficient clothes for different occasions, then I think we should stop. But you know that in our homes, especially we are, and especially the ladies and our sister, they always used to have many of the clothes. And on the wedding ceremonies, you know that 1 million rupee, or you can say the crowns even, have been spent only for sake of one wedding dress. What is this nonsense? So only one wedding dress can make many of the wedding of the people, they don't have resources. So we should take good control and good grip our spending, our habits, our actions and everything.
Så hvis man spør om rusmidler og alkohol og sånt er haram, det er ikke én svar, men det er flere, fordi liksom det gjør deg avhengig, du vet hva som skjer, du bruker penger, og det er haram, fordi alle har sagt det.
Tilgangen er veldig lett, ass. Ikke i Norge, men det er vel kontrollert, da. Sånn,
kontrollert i Norge.
I Norge, det er det.
Men vi vet om Pakistan og Norge, men er det andre muslimske land som også selger det?
Yes, right now we are taking many of the news from Saudi that Saudi has trying to make a special city for this luxurious thing, and definitely it affects upon the society and it affects upon all the ruling system. And you know that hijab, that is also workable in the Saudi, but right now they have made same like the concerts, same like the other things related to fashion and many of the things. And right now they have also opened up many of the casinos. You know that there was no any casino in Saudi.
Yes.
And same like that, definitely when you use casino, you will have to have alcohol material. When you have casino, you have many things out of Sharia. So these are the news related to Saudi Arabia. And if you go to the Middle East and Far East countries, definitely many of the things that is in Sharia haram, but according to their state system, that is allowed.
Så allt det vi snakker om I dag haram. Så, ja.
Men vad synes du sånn, de folk som røyker, snuser og alt det der? Og sånn sier de Nei, vet du, det rart spørsmål. Det ikke I dag.
Bare
tar det en annen dag.
Bare spør.
Ok. Fordi det litt utenfor. Men la oss si hva person røyker, snuser, alt det der. Men så kommer det til gris. Sier jeg muslim, jeg gjør ikke sånn. Jeg ikke vet det.
You know that Allah has created all the creature, and He knows the attributes of every creature. Same like that, we are the human nature, and we are the best of the creature. So Allah has created us along with our manual. You know that when you buy a mobile from iPhone or some Android company, and you get also one book that is called manual book, and you know that how it can work, if there is any something problem, how we can rectify, and same like that Allah has created insan and also created his manual, and that manual is Quran Majid, Furqan Hamid. And Allah has mentioned that khinzir, swine is haram, definitely, because if you study about the khinzir, this is the only animal that likes garbage, dirty things, and you know that he also eats his own shit himself, and no other animal is so dirty other than this khinzir. And the other thing, I don't think that I should be quote here, that you know that khinzir is also one of the habit, that the female khinzir that is used to attract the other male khinzir, and they don't bind with the one of the khinzir.
Yes.
And you know that this action is specifically managed, and the male khinzir are in the line, and they satisfy by that particular female khinzir. So these are the habits, and many of the things we can discuss, but the time is short.
Yes.
I want to say that Allah knows very well that what is good and what is bad for the human nature and for the mankind. So that's why Allah knows very well. These are the things which we have studied and we have researched out. So about our research, it is the thing that is logically we don't feel good. So Allah knows the best, and He can know that why it has been prohibited.
Yeah.
So we should think about the philosophy of the that manual that is called Quran.
Så, noen spørsmål?
Nei.
Så, I dag har det vært bra, synes jeg.
Ja.
Tredje episode.
Så vi skal takke Karisab,
takk.
Mufti Maliks, for at han kunne komme og lærte oss noe, fordi jeg og Mamun vet ikke så mye, derfor tar vi med Karisab. Og så har vi vår studio, kameramann, alt Mirajuddin. Og så det meg og Mamun. Så Moon, episode 3, hvordan synes du det går?
Jeg tror kanskje den andre episoden har alltid ulemper. Jeg skulle ulemper her også. Den forrige episoden var mer kamera, leggi, fordel, lyset var ikke så bra. Men håper I dag blir bedre også. Vi har ikke sett egentlig bakgrunnen, så vi får replay etterpå. Så håper vi det blir bra tilbakemeldinger.
Så husk å like, subscribe og...
Målet 50 til neste uke.
50 subscribers neste uke.
Men kjør på med andre kan.
Tusen takk for alle som ser på.